Hello students, welcome to Standard 8th Geography class. Students, in the last video, we started with lesson number 2, the interior of the earth, in which we studied two layers of the earth. Okay, so in short, let's have review of the last video. So first layer which we have studied in the last video is crust. Crust is the uppermost layer of the interior of the earth and it is solid in state. And we studied two parts of crust, continental crust and another is oceanic crust. Then we also studied the second layer of the earth, that is mantle. That mantle is a layer inside a planetary body bounded below by a core and above crust. Okay, now let's continue with the remaining part. So mantle is also having two parts, upper mantle and lower mantle. So let's first study about upper mantle. So below the asthenosphere lies another layer, stronger and more solid than the asthenosphere. All layers below the crust down to a depth of about 670 kilometers, that is 416 miles, are known as the upper mantle. Changes in the mantle can cause changes in the deep crust, such as volcanic eruptions. And the compositions which we can find in upper mantle are olivine, silicon dioxide, peridotite, iron and magnesium. Okay, now this was about the upper mantle. Now let's see lower mantle. So the rest of the mantle between the upper mantle and the outer core is known as the lower mantle. It is denser and hotter than the upper mantle and the lower mantle is more solid than the upper mantle. Okay, and the compositions which we can find in lower mantle are olivine, magnesium and iron. Okay, now this was all about mantle, upper mantle and lower mantle. Now let's see the third layer of the interior of the earth, that is core. So a core starts from around the depth of about 2900 kilometers from the earth's interior, extending from the mantle up to the center of the earth is the core, and the thickness of the core is about 3471 kilometers, and this layer can also be divided into two parts. Okay, so now core is also divided into two parts, that is outer core and inner core. So now let's study first outer core. So outer core extends from around 2900 kilometers to 5100 kilometers. So the secondary waves cannot pass through the core. Okay, and the outer core of the earth's interior is in a liquid state and the proportion of iron is more in this layer. So the vertical currents originate in this liquid layer and the difference between the temperatures of outer and inner core gives rise to vertical currents. So the earth's rotation gives them a eddy. Eddy means a circular motion. Okay, so the electric current developed in these spiral eddies of the liquid iron and thus the magnetic field is generated. So it is sometimes is also called as geodynamo. So the magnetic field of the earth functional even outside the earth's surface for quite a distance. Okay, so as a result a cover develops around the earth because of the magnetic field, and the earth's atmosphere is protected from solar winds coming from the sun, and the magnetic field thus developed around the earth, that is called as magnetosphere. Okay, so what is magnetosphere? So magnetosphere shields our home planet from solar and cosmic particle radiation as well as erosion of the atmosphere by the solar wind. So the constant flow of charged particles streaming off the sun So here in this picture also you can see how the magnetosphere is working as a shield to our home planet. Okay, so now let's move towards the inner core. So the inner core extends from around 5150 kilometers to the depth of around 6371 kilometers, that is Earth's center, and it is the core of the Earth which is in a solid state. So iron and nickel are major elements found here. Okay, therefore this layer is also called as Nephe. As the materials in this layer are under extreme pressure, so the inner core is solid in state, and the temperature here is almost equivalent to the surface temperature of the earth. Okay, so students, I hope you all understood all the three layers of the interior of the earth.